Also, let me share game audio. Sorry, I forgot steps. Are you going to work right out the box? You are. Interesting. Okay. So here's what I was looking at. We've got Bandit Camp plus Corrosive Torrent, but some of the annoying deeds that I would like to work on are earn 14 through Resolve, win a game without completing orders, win a game without discovering glades. Bandit Camp is going to be really hard to make those happen. So then the question becomes, where would I like to expand? Also, Fertile Grounds is probably pretty good if we're not going to open glades, because it increases the chances of our starting glade having soil. And it gives us bonus food. So what if we went like here? And we started working towards like this question mark? Yeah, we only have one more game left in this cycle anyway, so I think it's probably just going to be... Stick me here. Sure. And then this is looking pretty good. No complex food, but we start with building materials. Not interested, and also really not interested in lizards on Royal Woodlands. So I think we're just going to roll with this. We're going to take oil for early glade events, if we decide to open glade events. And we'll take bricks for the other two. And I think that'll be good. So we'll see. If we get farmland in our starting glade, then we've got a reasonable shot at doing gladeless. We don't. So the only other way we could possibly make this happen that I can think of is, well, no, there's not really any way to make it happen. You'd have to buy food. I don't love that idea. Turn it up for me a little bit. What do we got here? Soil reclamation. Resource nodes depleted during the drizzle spawn fertile soil. Okay, so we do technically have a way to make fertile soil. For mysteries, discovering a glade during storm decreases global resolve. Species drops 100% faster. Fuel efficiency is lower. And fading. Okay. Next question. Do we have any forbidden biomes within one season of opening? No. So I think what this might end up being is we'll just do an orderless game. I don't think this map is going to let us play a win without opening any glades game. There's just a bit too little going on. So instead, we'll just do no orders. And no orders, if we're opening dangerous glades, should be relatively easy. So give me a trapper's camp as well here. And then give me a stonecutter's camp as well over here. And then what else are we gonna need? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you go to 2, you go to 1, you go to 1. I think we're set. We don't need to build housing urgently. So we don't have a mystery that requires it of us. I mean, it'll be like decent for resolve, but 10 and 15 should get us through the first storm. Without too many troubles. You guys in here. You guys in here. One of you in here, and then one of you in there once you have enough wood. Don't use oil for this. Just burn some coal. We'll find more coal later. I'm not too worried about it. And if we're not going to, if we're not going to be doing orders, we don't have to wait on taking our reputation bonuses. So supplier seems like it will be fine eventually. Granary seems like it'll be fine eventually, but not that great. I do like a brickyard. Brickyard could be nice. Crystallized dew is a reasonable way of getting metal on Royal Woodlands, because you're not going to find any copper. And we know we have clay, So we have a way to make bricks and pottery. What don't I like about it? It doesn't do any refined foods. But pottery does enable refined foods for us. It enables pickled goods, it enables ale, it enables wine. And I'm definitely not going to use water skins, because I don't really have a great way of getting leather. So give me brickyard. Now, the more I use greenhouse, the more I like it, especially with the mystery. Because the mystery might end up spawning us like some 2x2 plots of fertile soil that we can use. But then there's also clay pit, and I don't think I've ever taken clay pit. And we did just take brickyard, which produces pottery. So if we had clay from a clay pit, we could make a lot of pottery. So I'm looking at greenhouse or clay pit here, basically. I think greenhouse is going to wind up being better, but I am kind of interested in a clay pit. And then here, a kiln is looking really attractive for a 3-star coal as a way to make our fuel go further when we've got the reduced fuel efficiency in Storm. There's also Alchemist Hut, but it doubles up on Crystallized Dew. Don't love that. Still don't really love Supplier. We don't have an avenue to flower right now because we haven't found any fertile soil yet. And 1-star Jerky is, like, not bad. It's not great, but it's not horrible. So let's do that. Let's see, how are we going to structure this? You could give me like a 2x2 here, and then this can come up. We'll do like a 2x2, a 2x2, we'll have 4 decorations around the back. Put me up a kiln. There is fine. Open me up a path to this glade, and that's fine. Get me into consumption control and turn off meat and insects. We'll be turning that into jerky. We have our first cornerstone. Hey, the more I take bed and breakfast, the more I like it. We've covered this before. Deep Pocket seems like it would also be fine. Actually, Deep Pocket seems like it would be better than bed and breakfast. Fiber delivery line I'm not really looking at. We can get fiber from trees, and giant vegetables I'm not really looking at because we didn't take small farm. If I had taken cornerstones before I'd looked at these, I might have taken giant vegetables though, because then I could have taken small, right? You know what I mean. Anyway, I think Deep Pockets is going to be better. Because we took greenhouse, so we have a way of growing herbs. Which means you can make packs of provisions. Which means you can run more trade routes. So that's going to lead us to prioritize a building that can produce packs of provisions. Orders? We're not even looking at them. No orders this game. Just run me this road directly to a glade. And if we're not going to be taking orders, that means we really want to try and default to using glade events for resolve. So, like, unless this is very good, and I don't think it's really that good, I'm going to favor sending things to the Citadel. You guys get out of here. You please, get in here and go to work. Come and solve this. It's only 20 oil. It's not that bad. Do I want to repair a lumber mill? I wouldn't mind it. Because we don't have anything that makes planks. So I do think I'm just going to rebuild that straight away. And then these, no, those are small. So I can use a small herbalist camp here. I can also start getting some stuff in on that. And this, it has machinery, it has a nice perk, but I still think I'm going to send it to the Citadel. I don't want to take too long here if I'm going to be getting fancy with no order run. I'd like to just be done. Let's Speaking of, give me one more person working this if that's your goal. There, down to 1 minute. You can always put people back in the woodcutter later. I mean, technically we could try and open a forbidden glade here. Might be kind of interesting. We still have 22 oil. I'd rather have tools, honestly. I might try and do that achievement next time we get an embarkation bonus that starts with those tools. I think that would up our chances of being able to do it successfully. And then the other thing I might do, just to get a little fancy with it, is I might wait to work these until storm, so that they have a better chance of being depleted during drizzle, so that I have a better chance of getting farmland out of them. This also means I would really love to have harpies as my third race, because then I can stick harpies in the rain collectors, I can double their output, and then I can make bars. We have the herbs already, or we could use resin for it. And a bunch of things could happen here that would be beneficial for us. Give me one beaver in here. You're going to go to 30 planks. You're not going to make scrolls or packs of trade goods. And then as soon as you guys are done, you're going back to work in the woodcutters camps. These two humans, well, one of them can start working on this. The other one can just be a builder. So right now resolve is going to be at -8 for storm. If we build one house, we'll be able to rectify some of those issues. And let's just really maximize our real estate here. So drag this down. I want to try and put houses on the absolute outer edge of our settlement, so that we can keep all of the production buildings as close to the hearth as possible, because people never actually go to the houses. Also, you're done. You're going to be carrying stuff away for a little bit. That's fine. So, like, if this is the boundary, then that's going to be a road. Here will be decorations, and then we'll swing this out here, and this will be houses or something. I'll figure it out. And do something like this. Right? Like a house will fit here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll make something work. You guys almost done? Wouldn't mind having the extra laborers. You're 16 of 21. Okay, now you're done. Get another beaver in here. Get a human working here. Leave one idle builder. And you're just going to town on planks. I love this for you. Next thing we kind of want to get up is probably a trading post, so we can start doing trading. We also want to be opening a glade. Possibly this one down here. Because we need to keep reputation going. So you're going to make coal. You're going to go to like 60, probably. You're also going to make jerky. You're going to use coal for that. You're going to use meat as well. You're going to go to 100. And I'll have the one beaver working there for now. I don't think this is going to be done before storm, so let's just cap it now. I have high hopes for these deposits turning into fertile soil next season. And then we can get some farming going. We'll have to figure out a place to put rain collectors, maybe like 2 of them back here. And then we'll have a nice 2x2 symmetry facing the hearth. We can also really afford to stack up on beaver houses, since we have a bunch of beavers and we have very efficient planks production. To the extent that I think we're going to do like beaver house here and here, and we'll move you over to like here. Maybe something like this. We can have them facing each other, and then we can do decorations through here. So you aren't making planks, you aren't making bricks. The only thing you're making right now is fabrics. I'd like you to make up to 10. We're at 10, so you shouldn't be making any, but just keep it in the back of your mind. And then I'll just keep an eye on beavers. And I'll make sure that once they duck below 0, we'll trim one woodcutter, and then we won't have to worry about them leaving. I can also extend this road out this way. These should be priority 1. This should be priority 1. Work on roads after you're done with these. And then just ride out the rest of the storm. There. Yeah, on top of it, dragon. You see a big paragraph of text pop into the corner of your eye? I mean, I guess I could just ban them out, right? Hang on. I'll take care of it later. Go to dogehype.com. Please. Please. Better ways to make your illegitimate business sound legitimate than naming it after a shitcoin. I don't know, man. I'm deeply suspicious of paragraphs in Twitch text. Maybe that's just like an inherent bias that I harbor. Does this have a road? No, we're working on it. Gotcha. It's just a blueprint. Okay. So we're 8 of 21 here. I want to double staff this so that we can pop one of these this season and we can turn it into fertile soil. How close is this one? You're at 11. I think I can try and do it with you as well. 3 barrels for every 10 planks is quite good when we are already producing level 3 planks. And none of the rest of these are amazing for where we're at right now. Lumber tax we don't need. We're going to have much better sources of amber. Work safety guide. Actually, exploration expedition is pretty good. No, I think I can make it without exploration expedition. If we see it later, we'll probably pick it up, but... I mean, if we're already taking a 3-star planks building, it's hard to turn down overdiligent woodworkers when you've got someone who needs something bottled, and someone who needs something bottled, and someone who needs something bottled. I think you can use barrels for pickled goods. I don't actually remember, but... Oh, and let's take some new people in as well. Lizards are the 3rd race. Interesting. Do I want to use a lizard right now? Not really. You're just going to be happy about it. Yes, but it's not that important. I don't think I need a lizard right now, and it's just going to make resolve complicated, so give me a beaver and a human. It's fine in the hearth. I think I'd rather have a beaver for now, just because I don't have fuel super established yet. I'd really rather have a harpy, but I'm not going to have that option this game. Also, you can open this glade now. In fact, I'd actually prefer you do that, so just ignore all that stuff I told you to do before. I didn't mean it. And then let's get you guys in here. And I just want you to spawn me some fertile soil. Let's see what we're working with. This road's going to come down a little further eventually. These are going to get built eventually. I do, but I actually kind of want to put an actual farm on that. I'm hoping I can spawn fertile soil, and it'll spawn in a 2x2, so I can put a greenhouse like in the base. And since this only happens for drizzle, let's really try and prioritize it for drizzle. Like, did this spawn 2? Oh, it spawned 3. No, it did spawn 4, but it's not the right shape. Alright, make some progress on this clay, and then I'm going to take you off after drizzle ends. This is promising. There even might... Well, no, there's no way you could get a square configuration out of that. Take me through here. 3 left. And really, we're just chilling. We're just chilling and letting stuff happen. Audio is skipping. I'm going to have to pull the soundtrack up later. No, no orders. You will be done, I believe. Yeah, you're going to finish it right now. Like, I'd rather use a big farm building on this if I eventually take a farm building. Okay, are you coming down? No, you have one more charge. We should have plenty of both oil and... Well, we don't quite have enough coal. I'd like you to prioritize coal. No, we should, because he's probably holding a bunch of coal. He's holding 3, and there's 5 in storage. If we need to use coal on this, I think we can. 20 of 30. 18 of 30 resin. Did he just deliver 5? Is that what he did? He did. We can go to 23? Yeah, 23. Are you hauling jerky right now? Yeah, we need ingredients. We'll be fine on this. Doesn't start for another 10 minutes. I do want to get it started before storm, though, because it is going to spike our hostility. Give me a second person in here. That also not usable, unfortunately, but this one might spawn a corner there, and that would be beautiful. So you guys get out of the gathering camp for the season. You guys get out of the gathering camp for the season. We'll put you back in later. I would rather just prioritize coal right now. And what's in you? Nothing. You'll be going to the Citadel. What's in you? Wouldn't mind taking a luxury building. Even, well, we don't have harpies. Nobody cares about cleanliness. That's going to be getting salvaged. Okay, can you force a delivery? Because as soon as you finish, that's going to be all the coal that we need. We'll dump all of you guys in here. It is going to be running during storm, but I can at least have you start hauling stuff over to it now. And then I'm going to need to trim woodcutters in order to deal with the totems. Kick those out, and then force a delivery next time you're done. And then after you guys are done working on there, I can stick someone in the small foragers camp, but not quite yet. Also, let's move you over here. And let's get a rain collector up. We can put a beaver in there over storm, and they'll be generally happy about that. Force another delivery. Deposit another 5. And now you should have enough. I know it doesn't look like you have enough right now, but I just need to kick some into storage and then have you reserve it. Fishman totems up. Investigate. And then we're also going to need you to help with that when the next one spawns. There you go. You should be able to carry plenty of it over now. 20. Alright, we're going to be working on that through storm, because we don't have any carrying capacity. How are we doing on wood? We have 115. We're fine. Beavers have houses going up. They'll be a little more cheerful about the world now. So let's do like a pair of benches to welcome you into the city. And then a pair of barrels behind that. That'll be our initial decorations to upgrade this hub. Here's 30 coming. Here's a second totem. That's your job. Now we cut another lumber. Yeah, exactly. I do think with all this fertile soil, I kind of want to prioritize taking... what, clay pit maybe? Plantation would also be nice. We're not going to need farm, because we can just have greenhouses produce the mushrooms that we need for flour. So we can just eat them raw, and then we could use some of them in flour. Because you always end up overproducing flour. Resolve is going to be, what, minus 12 this season? If we build another beaver house, I think they'll be fine. So put one there. These trees can go. This is going to be... I don't know, let's mix it up. Let's have like some rain barrels and then a second bench. Yeah, grain is nice, but I've really come around on mushrooms, honestly. I've really honestly come around on greenhouse as a whole. I used to be small farm meta, but now I'm like, I think mushrooms are the way forward. Especially because there's that perk that lets you grow mushrooms on any farm. And then you take the +1 grain perk, except it's just for mushrooms instead. And you just go crazy. This is Prestige 1, currently. I need to get to 1? I can do that to get to 1. I'm playing Prestige 1 until I finish the Smoldering Citadel, and then we'll do the Prestige grind to 20. And then after that, I think I'll probably just play a daily once in a while if it looks interesting. But we'll be mostly done at that point, and moving on to other stuff. This is like my... You know what? Actually, I can get an exact answer. I don't have to guess at what game number this is, because I can just check the VOD archive. This is game number... 25. This is our 25th game that we've streamed anyway. So maybe like my 40th game overall, counting the ones that I didn't stream. I've watched a couple people play Prestige 20. It looks interesting, but I'm unconvinced that I'd want to play every game on P20. I think I'll probably just be like a Prestige 1 Marty after I'm done with the Prestige 20 grind. I'll do it to say that I did it, and then I'll just do the daily challenges on P1. Also, these can be staffed. I don't have people to staff that. So no, you won't be staffing that. You're going to wait for people to come in, and then you're going to staff that. No, you can get these idiots out of here. You don't need to be in there. Wait, we know that lizards are our third race, so let's do this instead. Yeah, that's true. And like the highest I've been is like Prestige 3. I played it in my own time before I started streaming the game. So I haven't even seen enough of it to know if I would have... I wasn't paying attention to beavers at all. I wouldn't know if I was, like, you know, gonna have fun with it or not, honestly. Oh, and you were working on this? Yeah, that's not great. Okay. We're fine now. Show me cornerstones. I would love to... I'm pretty sure. Like, what else would I take? I wouldn't really take Religious Settlement, because I'm not making incense yet. We do have humans, but, you know, I don't have a building that makes incense. I'm not going to take tanning racks. I'm still not going to take giant vegetables. And we already took the greenhouse, so we know that we can bump up herb production, which means that we really don't ever have to worry about biscuits or pie or provisions, because eventually it's just going to scale to the moon. But we need to find a biscuits building, and that's not really that hard. So this is either like a reroll or it's just take spices and prioritize a biscuits building. And I think biscuits are common enough that I'll just take spices. Spices is really strong once you get the engine going. Are you done yet? Good lord. Once villagers, almost here. Okay, so very soon, in other words. You have 18 charges left. You have 7. That'll be done. Yeah, especially when you get it early. Now... Yeah, now just give me 3 lizards, because I can go here, you'll be happy, here, you'll be happy. You can be a firekeeper now. You can come in here, we'll just have a second one of you. Scouts are idle here, investigate, I don't know why you're not. Here, we can repair. No, we can salvage. Don't need to yet. You're empty. You're a blueprint. Show me biscuits. I could just take herb garden. Like, it doubles up on herbs, which is unfortunate, because we're basically never going to use greenhouse now. But it synergizes so well with spices. What else would I take? I would not mind Tinkerer to start making simple tools. Furnace is not great, because copper bars are not really going to be great on Royal Woodlands, and I can just buy an herbalist camp if I need to. So this is Herb Garden for maximum spices synergy, or it's Tinkerer. Or, yeah, it's reroll for biscuits. Because the earlier we get biscuits production going, the better. But we can't even make flour yet, so we actually can't make biscuits. We need to grab a flour building before we grab a biscuits building. None of these make flour. I think I'm just going to reroll it. I need flour. Press is pretty shitty flour, but it is flour, technically. And I do like oil. And I can make a lot of oil with the plant fiber that I'm getting. Yeah, I don't really think I'm in a place to be too picky about it. So give me a press. I'll put you, like, up here. Maybe. Could also put you, like, over here. Nah, there's fine. Yeah, I love oil. I think it's very, very good. Oh, this finished. And it didn't give us a complete square. Yeah, I don't... know. I don't think soil reclamation is very good as a beneficial mystery to get. I think it's kind of ass. You do have sea merit down here that you could start harvesting, though, but I don't have the workforce to support that right now. I just need you guys to finish these totems so that life can go back to normal here. There's one of them done. When you say use, you mean like pursue it, right? Otherwise you just ignore it. I'll try on this node, and if this node doesn't give me a square, then yeah, I'm just going to ignore it. You guys almost done here? Yes, you're done, you're done. Beautiful. I would like you to come work in here now. You can go in here, and let's get on top of our last couple beaver houses. So this is going to be a road, and then we'll have another beaver house like right here. Then that'll be beaver housing done. Lizard housing we could sort out somewhere else, maybe like up here. We could put human housing behind the press so it looks nice and thematic actually. We'll do that. Just because we're fighting for our lives in a forest that hates us and wants us dead doesn't mean we can't take the time to make things look nice. Also, I've got one more idle worker than I need, so let's dump another beaver in that. You're 12 of 21? You're not going to finish this storm. You're both still going to the Citadel. You, I'll figure out eventually. Hey, we don't need a second beaver in here. Get out. I've changed my mind. Go and work in there. Get me some sea marrow and let me know when you're done. And you guys are fine? Yeah, you're just making jerky. You're good on bricks. We've got plenty of clay. Don't really need to worry about that. We actually don't even need to make pottery in here anymore. Oh, you shouldn't be making bricks. Hang on. You should be making bricks. And you should be going to 30. And crystallized dew. You can use herbs for it. You can use clay or stone for it. You can go to 30. You are going to be... Oh, I'll let you work through clearance. I'll just keep one eye on that to make sure it doesn't pop early. I'm tempted to set up a greenhouse over here just to start getting it going. I mean, we could actually get 3 greenhouses in here, which is pretty good. Could go like greenhouse, 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 warehouse, and it would be a nice little productive corner of the map for us. So let's do that. Yeah, there's more soil in the trees. We'll chop our way over to it as soon as this project is done, so don't give my woodcutters too much to do. No, you come... Oh, the lumberjack is in the way. Or the lumber mill's in the way. I see now. I understand. Here, just finish that last row. The press... It's not super important right now, so eventually you're going to be using plant fiber. Eventually you're going to be using mushroom or roots, whichever one you can find, and you're never going to make packs of luxury goods. This is going to go to 50 because it's only for Glade events. This is going to go to 100 just so you have some laying around. You're at 6, you're going to be at 4 after these collections are done, so that's when I'll cut you, and the next drizzle we can gamble on it making a perfect square. If we can just get 1 greenhouse, I think I'd be fine with that. Okay, you guys are done. Go find something else to do. That something else is going to be to cut trees down. Yeah, it's just good all the time. It's good as a sack fodder, especially if you can, like, get the temple bonus, or if you can get the Queen's Impatience bonus. I had a game a couple days ago where I lined both of them up, and I was permanently sacking 3 stacks of oil on the hearth, just all the time, for insane productivity. It's good for Glade events, it solves a bunch of those, it's super easy to make, because you can just use leftover grain or plant fiber in it. It's a decent fuel. It's not amazing, but if you can get a stack or 2 of efficient hearths, it kind of goes crazy. I love oil. I will always extol the virtues of oil. I think it stays goated, as the children say. Now, are you almost done over here? Yeah, just about. You've got 1 more charge left. That said, I'm not going to have someone make oil right now because I don't really need it, but, you know, I'm going to note that the possibility is there. Actually, I could kind of need it. Do I want to blow all my plant fiber on this right now? Because we can always get more later. We're always chopping down trees. You're at 1. You're at 1. Where are the rest of my beavers? 1, 4, 6. Okay, a lot of them are in woodcutters camps. Over Storm, I'm going to migrate 1 into the press, and then I'm just going to leave him there, and we'll go 4 woodcutters over Storm. I can build the last beaver house now. We can put 2 more decorations in. You can have crates. You can be special and different. And then, once these 2 trees are gone, you'll move over here. You're still clearing out this farmland. No matter what, we're going to use that. I try and maintain as many as I can, unless I need to cut them for the hostility. Just because the higher I can keep my wood production, the less I have to worry about them later on when hostility is more of an issue. That said, do I want to dodge any of these? No. doesn't matter. So really, I don't need to cut woodcutters to get to 1 here. If we were pushing to piercing winds, then I might cut to stay underneath 2, but whatever. Here I'm probably just going to cut to like 30 seconds into storm to preserve this from happening. And honestly, if this beaver house goes up... No, math isn't going to work. I would still need to build a lizard house. Resolve doesn't seem like it's dropping all that fast, truly. Maybe it's not as big a deal as I was worrying about. So these can come through there. Okay, now beavers are into the red. Let's just make sure we don't forget, like we did last season. And then we'll do that. You can come in here because you like it. You can come in here over storm because you like it. And I'll just throw a second one in there. You'll like it. You'll have a nice time. Hey, the streamer you watched who doesn't use specialized housing might have been me like a couple weeks ago. Because, I don't know, sometimes I just favor the efficiency of the big house. But in this case, if I've got, 3-star planks, I'm going to have planks to burn on specialized housing. And in that same vein, I can get a pair of human houses up over here. That'll take care of the 3 humans we have. You can wrap around this way, because this is going to come up here, and we're going to have... What do we want for this? We can have, like, some crates out... No, not crates. No. No, this is a press. You're going to need, like, barrels of oil out front. And then I know there's, like, a window or whatever here, but... it looks so bad. I can't do it. You just have, like, a fence. Good enough. Well, this is a neat choice. I love small distillery. I think it's very good on Royal Woodlands, but protected trade is like the best hostility mitigation out there, and we took this gain 10 amber for every 5 trade routes, and we make herbs. I don't think I can say no to protected trade. Despite how much I like small distillery, I don't think I can say no to protected trade. It's just too strong. And you are idle. Alright, I'll micromanage you a little bit then. Why don't you come in here and finish this deposit off? Why don't you come in here and finish that deposit off? This also means that it's probably time to put a trade post up. So let's put it like way the hell outside of our hearth. You can just come out here. You... I think I'd rather have 5 gears over 2 gears and 5 cloth. I don't have anything for the lizards to do right now. Extra beavers is just more wood. Extra humans is going to be more farming. And once the farms get going, we're really going to want it. My understanding from watching people play Prestige 20 is that you need to on Prestige 20. I find that on P1 you can usually let it wait for a little bit while you get other things set up. I usually don't push trade until I can, like, afford to do trade rather than, like, push to trade as a means of making sure I don't die immediately. Speaking of dying immediately, we gotta get another glade open here. We're kind of stalled out on reputation. I can favor lizards to get a little bit going. Okay, the fertile soil's done nothing for us. That dream is dead. We'll be making 1 greenhouse over here. 3 greenhouses is an insane number, and we don't even have enough rain collector to maintain 3 greenhouses. So let's do this. You do... oh, I don't know, like, you can reach there, and that's probably good enough, and then you come in here for some good efficiency, and then you... where would we tile you? Pretty much right on top of where the fertile soil is. Where else could you go? You could go here. That's not bad. Small trapper's camp is done. That's pretty true. And I don't think you have anything else to do, so let's move you into the building graveyard. One of you can come over here, and then 2 humans are going to work in that greenhouse. And that's going to be that math. So, next things we need from blueprints. Don't really need flour. We have like bad flour working currently. Do need biscuits. Do need packs of provisions, but it's not critical because we could just build a makeshift post. And we're going to be generating enough herbs that we could survive on bad packs or provisions for a while. So take me to like 20 of those. I know you don't have any right now, but that's going to be changing very shortly. And I think you're going to be really excited about the changes. Take that to 2. These are going to be at 1. No limits on either of those. I just want you to grow. And then you... I don't know, just like come up here and chop trees. Actually, no, that's stupid. Come down here and chop trees, because this is the next glade we're probably going to try and open. Just make some progress on that forest. This also needs to get salvaged eventually. Except we're out of bricks somehow. You're working on this. Okay, you're good. You know what you're doing. Should also probably free up a spare builder if I could find one. You're still making coal. You're out of... Well, no, you could make one more. Whatever. I'll leave it. The trader is going up now. The houses are up. Makeshift post isn't super high priority. Stop flashing. I'd love for you guys to be done over here so I can put you back into the workforce. There's also a lot of big nodes on this map. Hopefully we can buy some camp upgrades. That would help us move things along a bit faster. Alright, fine, just deny me. Furniture's fine. +2 to flour production's really going to help out our 1-star flour recipe. This doesn't matter. This is fine, but I'm not going to, like, trade to get it. This is fine, but I'm probably not going to trade to get it. And I don't really have anything I want to sell. I could get rid of, like, 1 wildfire essence to start making progress on protected trade, but I don't think I have to. Yeah, you're gone. Don't need you. I'd actually like you to priority 2 that. Also need to get someone working in here. Use leather. Honestly, don't even put a cap on it. Just any leather you find, use it. We don't need a lot. It's not gonna happen. There's no way we make enough leather on this map to turn it into 700 fabric. I've had games where I've had like 150 packs of building materials and ran out of wood, but that was intentional. We had some insane efficiency going on, where it was like 1 plank becomes 1 pack of building materials, and it was just the most profitable thing to do on the entire map, was to chop trees and immediately convert them. Now where did I put the rest of my humans? I should have 5 of you laying around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One's in the brickyard. Do you really need to be there? I mean, I guess it's fine. I do want an idle builder, though. You know what? You're coming out. Also, you're coming out. I want 2 idle builders. I want this warehouse up, and then once the warehouse up, I want to put a second human in here. Because then, as soon as we get biscuits, we have flour just locked and loaded, ready to go. I'm also getting very scared about my actual food, so I'd also just like to start growing mushrooms for the sake of having food to eat. And then next building priorities are going to be biscuits, probably number 1. Simple tools, probably number 2, so that we can open these 2 caches and get basically another 2 reputation. And then maybe like packs of provisions, number 3. Packs for provisions number 3, building materials, like 2-star building materials might also be a number 3, because then we can just sell the building materials to the trader for profit. And start stacking up protected trade. I'm pretty sure 2-star building materials where it becomes profitable. Might even be 1-star building material. I'd have to double check. But this, I think, is all just totally fine for now. We should not have to do any kind of resolve management for Storm this season. We can just chill at 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. Or if you get any of the import specialty perks / cornerstones, just everything starts to become more profitable. I kind of didn't realize how good they were until I got 2 or 3 just by random chance from like orders. And then I was like, oh, holy cow, you make a ton of money off of just selling this crap now. Especially the building materials on a map like this, because you can just take all of your excess wood and convert it into a far more efficient source of amber. You don't have anything to do. Nothing to do down there. You're happily working away. Yeah, biscuits is number 1 need right now. It's probably not going to happen for Storm. No, it's not going to happen for Storm. Anyway, let's stop favoring you. We at least don't have to micromanage this. We can get one more human house in up here. And that's probably going to look... Eventually something like this might be kind of tasteful. But for now, let's just say there is fine. And then lizards I'm a little scared of, because they take fabric, and we don't have great fabric production right now. Yeah, one of the deeds that I still have to do is win a game without opening a glade. And that is how I think I'm probably going to go about it as soon as I get a seed that looks like it's going to make it doable. Is just stack up the most efficient building material recipe possible. Convert all of your wood into insanely efficient packs of building materials. Sell it to trade for everything you actually need, and then, you know, win that way. And then if you get like a guild house or something like that, or if you get the other cornerstone that's like every 60 amber is 1 reputation point, but then resolve is slower, you're off to the damn races. But that's a bit more RNG dependent. We'll see how that one goes. And I think I am going to have to do... I at least have to do win in 3 years on the lowest difficulty. I simply do not think it's possible on Prestige 1. I think maybe if I get a lucky seed, I could do Viceroy in 5 years or less. But I don't think there's any way you can do Prestige 1 in 5 years or less. That's just craziness. There's no way we can't take Fungal Guide here. I really don't care what the rest of this is. We just kind of have to take Fungal Guide. Fungal Guide is about to send us to the moon. This one greenhouse is going to produce so much crap. We might not even need a second and third one. Okay, the engine has been started. We should have plenty of oil and coal to afford to open a glade now. Newcomers are almost here. Our biggest concern right now is food, because we do not have a source of it, basically. But I think we can fix that. The question is, do we take people who don't bring food? I don't think I can afford to right now, because all of my food is actually jerky right now, and beavers don't have anything to eat. It's only roots. Which, now that we're making mushrooms, You stop using roots for that. Only use mushrooms. You're not food. You're not going to help me. If this is a Glade event that requires food, I think we're in a lot of trouble, but I think those are only in Forbidden Glades. Like Stormbird Nest, Mole, and I think there's a third one that also takes food. I think those are forbidden only. So we should be safe to crack a dangerous glade and not need to use food to solve it. But if I'm wrong, I'm about to be extremely wrong. You're doing fine. You're idle. That frees up one person. You're idle. That frees up one person. What can I do with you? We're down to 19 planks. You can come work in there. It's a little rough. And I wouldn't mind archaeological tools, but I don't think I even need to make any changes for this. Like, Resolve was just fine. They don't even know what's going on. It's just business as usual over here. And I did say send that to the Citadel, right? Yes. You probably also going to get... I don't have enough food to do that. I don't have nearly enough food to do that. I'm looking at, like... Well, how much longer do you have? 19 of 21? In a bit, probably. In a bit. Yeah, soon I will, but not now. I'm almost tempted to... Where's my third human? I'm almost tempted to just run 3 humans in here. I really... The sooner we start doing it, the sooner we scale. So, like, take a beaver out of here instead. Yeah, I'm thinking, honestly, I might. I'm thinking I honestly might want to. Maybe after that Glade event is done, that's what I can staff people on. So this isn't necessary, but let's clean it up, just for the sake of cleaning it up. Because it's a little urgent that we do that. I'm pretty sure beavers are going to be starving, if not now, very soon. These root deposits are all that's keeping them going, but there's 10 of them. So it's a little touch and go. I wish, man. Is that what they eat in Timberborn? I've been looking at Timberborn. I'm thinking about getting it. But these, for sure, are not Timberborn dwarves. Or Timberborn beavers. Sorry, I've also been thinking about playing Dwarf Fortress. Anyway, you can't do anything. You're fine. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You... I don't know, it doesn't really matter. You are chilling. We do have Sother in a minute 10. I would love to have Amber for him because he might sell us the increased clearance and increased drizzle or shortened storm perks, and I like all of those. So I'd like to have around 20 Amber sitting around, which I guess I'll have after we're done with this, because that's going to be 15 and we have 11, and we could sell stuff for it. Speaking of stuff we could sell... I'm half tempted to do any of these 3 once the mushroom engine takes off. Yeah, I see it. Hey, look, here's the other thing. We're trying to do orderless. If we get to within, like, 2, we'll just take an order and finish it. It's not the end of the world. But this is going to get us a rep. That'll knock it down by 1. Hopefully it gives us a building that lets us make a complex food. Could also be doing that now that I look at it. Probably could have been doing that for like a long time ago, but better late than never. 6 fabric, 16 bricks is fine. Humans are doing great. Sother, what you got for me? A lot of really good stuff, honestly. You guys almost done carrying this out of here? 30 seconds. Okay, well in that case, let's sell a bit of that. Let's sell like a little bit of that. One of these. Sea marrow also goes pretty hard. Tell you what, I'm just gonna buy you out. I'm fine with this. We're gonna get all of it back later anyway. It gives us a stack of protected trade. So give me minus storm duration. Give me Firekeeper. Give me Ways of the Forest. Yeah, I could chuck this as well, you're right. Well, he's out of Amber now, so I can't. Actually. I could trade stuff, but he doesn't have any food. And the thing I'd be most interested right now is food, so... These two do not matter for any kind of economy we have set up right now. I'd say that was a successful trade. You can leave. Cold duration's up to a minute 41. Shouldn't have to worry about that very much anymore. Lizards are going to tick us eventually. This is going to tick us in 10 seconds, though. There we go. Show me biscuits. No, maybe you didn't hear me. Show me... There we go. That's what I asked for. Sometimes you just have to repeat yourself. And then the game understands what you're trying to say. This is now exceptional priority. Please build this before you so much as take a breath. Because we are about to starve. This is going to fix all of our problems, though. So go to 100. Go to 100. Never make pottery. It's going to be all lizards all the time. Where are they right now? One is in an open vault. You're going to be done soon. One is in a hearth. I don't have the human to spare. Where do I have a human? Are you almost done with this? 12? Oh my god, you take so long. Is there a human in the vault too? No, it's a lizard in the vault. I want this to be a human, so that these can be 2 beavers, because bakery's a 2 slot. But I need to find a human for that. I could boot you out of the workstation, you're not doing anything in there. So now we go like this, that takes care of our impatience a little bit. Probably should have been a human in there from the start, because I knew I was going for a finicky deed, but I think we're just going to leave a human in there for the rest of the game. And then we'll have 2 lizards for this bakery. Yeah, get in here. Just go nuts. Do not ever stop what you're doing in there. And then we can wait for you to finish roots, then you can go in here. We're holding steady on Spark Dew. We are going to need it for Crystallized Dew eventually. But not now. Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of taking in people when we're on the brink of starvation. Because these people are going to push us back from the brink of starvation. They're going to help us. Now we also probably need to do like more housing though. Beavers need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. They're going to need 1 more. We should have the planks for that though. Stop telling me I have orders. I don't care. Lizard resolve is low? Okay. We're going to need to trim a lot of beavers for this. But it can be done. Not you. Yeah, I know about the lizard houses. I'm short lizard houses because I'm really worried about fabric. But I guess I could just, you know, pull the trigger on it. I could say, sure, use plant fiber. Maybe I'm not that afraid of oil. And then where are they going to go? Well, I could do like here and here. And then like here eventually. And that would be fine. I'm also probably short on decorations. Yeah, I haven't built any aesthetics decorations. So we should take care of that. Here, we'll build like a courtyard behind the lizard houses, or behind the beaver houses. Give them some nice golden bushes. There can be a road down there. We can build another set over here to get to 8 aesthetics, and then these can be 2 2x2 buildings. Also, they found jerky, so they're fine. They don't even notice that they're all homeless. It's all 6 of them fighting over 1 piece of jerky, but it's enough to keep them on the level. You guys good? Yeah, you're doing good. You good? Getting there. Sorta getting there. It's okay. Everything is fine. We just gotta be patient at this point. Oh no. Look, listen. Okay, listen. We only have 19 food right now. Back to Nature is basically free. Okay? Okay, are you with me? Also, I'm pretty sure that every percent gain is multiplicative. Which means that this is 100% on 4 currently, but it's about to be 100% on 5, and then 100% on 6. It's gonna go nuts. And it costs us nothing. So just like, you know, starve for a little bit. Just pat your poor rumbling tummy, but then, after that, oh, baby, you're gonna be fine. The 3 greenhouses are going to be down here eventually. It's about to go freaking nuts. We are okay. The only thing we're worried about right now is impatience. That is it. We are not afraid of anything else on this map. Yeah, like you... I think you can even use mushrooms in packs of provisions. No, I'm insane. Never mind. I'm just lying to your face about this. So what do we want to fix now? I'm almost like... I kind of want a second bakery. Is that too much? I don't think a second bakery is too much. Let's wait and see how we do. We don't need to get too far ahead of ourselves here. I'm also thinking like a hearth right here would be kinda insane for these greenhouses. I need tools now. Tools are now priority number 1. We have everything else we need to make them. We just need the building itself. Also, here's the 3rd lizard house that you ordered. There. Beaver's done, humans done, lizards done, everyone is housed, everyone is happy. Everyone is starving. But that's going to go away very soon. Because I think they're dropping off now. Yeah, they're dropping off now. We also need carrying capacity. I need that perk that's like farmers can carry 10 more items. I also need to figure out what glade I'm opening next. Probably this one. So where do we need people? I want 1 person in here making fabric. I want 1 person in here making provisions because we can afford it now. I want 1 person in here making sure we're caught up on crystallized dew. You should be double staffed. That's fine. This woodcutter's camp. You're not really doing anything. Also, we only have 1 woodcutter right now, so that probably also needs to change. I don't like having a single woodcutter when we're this dependent on coal. Like, even though we're at 300 wood now, you stop paying attention to that for like 5 minutes, and then you're in serious trouble at the end of the day. Protected trade is doing great. Yeah, we're only limited by impatience now. So we just need to like crack a bunch of glades, get a bunch of resolve, and then we're going to be totally fine. That's it. That's all we want for in this life. And in fact, for the sake of expediency, because I know for a fact that protected trade is about to go off, I'm just going to start opening small glades so I can cut directly to large glades. And run straight roads directly from main warehouses to big glades. I'm not afraid of 15 hostility per small glade right now. If anything, small glade should be afraid of me. Because I've got a lot of gathering camps on the map that aren't doing anything. Holy shit, lizards are at 26? When did this happen? They are pogging. Let's take humans to 30 then, because I think they still tick at 16. Oh, you found pie, and you found jerky, and you got plus... Oh yeah, I forgot they were all homeless until I built these 3 lizard houses. That probably explains it. Here, let's rotate you like that. That's a little nicer. Yeah, okay, we're fine now. Everything in this town is going, like, more than fine. Things we still need. Tools. Also, something that is like an economy would be nice. You know, like packs of crops, I'm pretty sure you can use mushrooms in. A granary would go nuts. We just make packs of crops, sell them. Anything that does 2-star building materials would go nuts. We've got plenty of wood that we could dedicate to the cause. And then we can just pump protected trade, and anytime we see, like... Oh, these are mushrooms. That's going to be harvested, like, immediately. Anytime we see any perk that's like, yeah, you gain resolve every time you make trades, we take it, and then we're just, like, off to the races. Yeah, and fertile soil. It's kind of overkill. These 2 greenhouses are going to be more than enough. I just need to get 2 more humans in there. You're idle. Okay. Become free builders. Small foragers camp is done? Not quite. You've got stuff to do down there. I think you need a second person? You have a second person. Never mind. My mistake. I've got 3 lizards that I could put towards something. How about a harvester's camp? Don't have one of those. I'll just have them build for a while. Actually, maybe I'll give you 2 of them, just because you're happy about it. Also, don't need to favor humans anymore either. Yeah, everything's taken off. How are mushrooms doing? We're already up to 23. Things are fine. We're doing great. Give me 2 lizards in here. And then, wherever I put that 1 lizard just now, make him the builder. These 2 mushrooms are both a stack of fungoid. So we'll be at +2 when they're done gathering that. Yeah, someone else told me that. I'm supposed to rotate it like this, I think, because then the arrow's pointing directly towards it. I just never remember. In my head, from all the other colony games I've played, I'm like, these are impassable, and people can't walk through them. But that's not true in Against the Storm, and I need to remember that it's not. I just like having it face roads. That's all. Also, we could probably, like, salvage this now. No, just kidding. You don't have the people for that. They're almost here, though. You're about to have the people for that. Renwald is here. What you got for me? No. No. Actually, maybe. Like, I'm kinda interested. I'm also kinda interested because the market perk is really strong. I'm not interested. This, though, I think I'm gonna do. So, get rid of 2 of these. We could also be selling packs, honestly. Like, get rid of 50 coal, because you're idle in there anyway. Take me all the way to 50. What do I need to give you to hit 6250? I'll give you like 40 seam marrow. We're not going to be able to get close. I don't want to disrespect you with this trade. Take me down to like... Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then give me like this. Give me a little bit of that. How much do I care about public lectures? A little bit. I also kind of care about Ale and Scrolls. Ale is a lot of people. Ale is beavers and humans. Also, this thins the deck for taking the blueprint selections. So if we take Forum now, we'll never see Forum in reputation rewards. And it's a lot easier to get 18 Amber than to get an extra blueprint pick, so just buy it. It's not bad, especially when we're working all these, but I think I'm like kind of close to not accepting people anymore. I think I'm going to do like 2 more migrant waves, and that's probably it. We don't need a ton more to make this place tick, because every individual worker is crazy productive. Still at 0, I believe. Where is it? Where are you? Yeah, 24 of 25, but add 0. 40 of 75, but add 0 for spices. They're taking too long to make my biscuits. This is why I thought maybe I should build a second baker. I'm still pondering it. Humans aren't happy anymore. That's okay. Let's let lizards continue ticking, because they're almost to their threshold anyway. Yeah, and only one free anyway, so I'm just gonna sit on it. There's newcomers. Oh my god. You can't say no to 5 humans. I'm not even looking at what the other ones brought. Just go directly into a greenhouse. Do not pass go or collect $200. And then, like... Market's probably gonna go... here? I guess? So I need to get rid of that? Here, come and get rid of this flax field. Yeah, now we're gonna be fine. Also, I didn't even notice it was storm. We're good. We're all fine. We could be trading now. We should have plenty of these. Not yet. This is the easiest trade I've ever seen in my life. None of you. This is also kind of the easiest trade I've ever seen in my life. We'll find more gears. And we're not going to be making that many more camps or warehouses. Just give me the amber. I can turn amber into more gears if I need to. I could also turn you into amber. You're not as important as you think you are. No. I mean, I could still make a second warehouse, right? Yeah, I could make 2 more warehouses. I'm fine. I'm chilling. And I think I've placed one of every camp, so I don't need to spend anything else on that. I've got Trapper, Herbalist, Forager... Yeah, I've placed one of every camp, so I don't have to worry about spending parts on those. You are fine. You, I'd love to have 2 more beavers in, but it's just not a possibility right now. I'm sorry to say. That should be our first tick. Yeah, Fungal Guide is now up 1. Off the back of these mushroom deposits. Even though it's a small camp and not a big camp. And it's still helping out. And what do you need? You need a services building, and then comfort decorations and every decorations, basically. Trade negotiations looking pretty good. Clay delivery line also looking okay. Route delivery line looking okay. Is trade negotiations better than clay delivery line? For us right now. It does scale. And it scales with protected trade. And we can just buy clay with more amber. Here's the thing. 1 more amber on all my trade routes is a clay delivery line, because you just buy clay from a trader. It's also routes delivery line. It's any delivery line that you want it to be. So you're just going to take it. We can do this. We can't do that. Do I not have someone working here? What are you doing? Why are you so slow? Oh, you just haven't dropped off. I got you. Sorry. That's my bad. I wasn't thinking. Lizards are going to 15. Humans are pretty far off. What is the holdup here? I think their holdup here is honestly they can't produce fast enough. I'm building a second bakery. They cannot keep up with the size of the village. So one of the lizards is going to go in there. I'm going to take a second lizard next time I see a migrant wave, and that's probably going to be the last migrant wave I take. Because I don't want to get too big. No, I'm building bakeries, not get baked eries. Sorry, it's 1 AM. I'm not gonna... I tried. I thought there was something there. There wasn't anything there. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Let's do that. back here... Actually, I like the umbrellas. Give me the umbrellas. We'll go umbrella, umbrella. Do fire shrines there. Once this flax field is gone, that's going to be the market. Market's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This road's going to come around. I'm never going to use that fertile soil, so I'm not super worried about it. I need you to get rid of that tree. You are done. You're just carrying amber away. You are going to be there for an eternity because it's just you. Let me favor you to get you up to 1. Next building we want to see is still tools. I'm pretty sure it's tools above anything right now. What do you mean you're idle? Oh, you're out of spark dew. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Also, now that we've done that, we probably also need to do Blight Post. Also, that's going to use up our gears. So give me a Blight Post here. Trader done. Collect. Can do this now because we dropped them off. Don't really want to... this one's kind of free. Because eventually this is going to take off. Like, the next biscuits you make are going to be the best biscuits you've ever made. And you're about to go idle because you finished the last plant node. Although there is one more over here. Yeah, just go jump on it quick and then get it out of here. Because now I can move you. You become market. Market is going to prove to be an issue for our fabric, but that's okay because we have them working that flax node. Where's my second lizard that I can grab? One's in an herbalist camp. You don't really need to be in there. You can just come in here instead. And then I'll have one human as an idle builder. That's fine. I'm fine with this. You don't get favored anymore. You're too needy. Surely that is going to change in a moment. Yeah, we're going like 16 of it right now. Also, prioritize this. Also, we're not going to have enough gears to build that. I'm going to have to buy more gears from the next trader, or I'm going to have to find them in a cache. Or I could just destroy a camp. Like, what if I destroy the Stonecutter's camp when I'm done with it to get 3 tools back, and then I just wait to get more tools next time I find a stone deposit? Or with, like, any of these camps, really. Like, Small Trapper's camp isn't doing anything right now, and it's unlikely to do anything in the future. So, get rid of it. And then do this. Oh, if I prioritize one and the other, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Here, you make biscuits, go to 100. You make pies, go to 100. And then you make pies, go to 100. Good shout. Stop making pottery. What the hell? How long have you been doing that for? Don't ever let me catch you making pies again in this town. Your time is way more valuable than that. Know your worth. To me, specifically, but, you know, in general as well. Newcomers in 3 minutes. I need, once again, I need one more lizard. Probably gonna steal him from this herbalist camp. I'll just have one person working in the Blight Post. And where do I want it to burn? Not here. Absolutely not here, like, ever. How good is it in the Rain Collector? Not amazing. Like, I know I have a chance to double production, but with 2 Rain Collectors, I don't see that being an issue. Here, you could probably also get away with burning. Our flour recipe is already pretty efficient, and we're going to have a ton of mushrooms. And move faster doesn't matter when this is the only movement you ever make. So yeah, burn here as well, just to be safe. No, I think you're spot on, Bob. I think simple tools are incredible. They solve glade events and open caches. It's really hard to play without them. That's part of why it's the #1 thing I need to prioritize next time I see a caravan, is because I haven't taken a way to make them yet. And I'm, like, not paying the price yet, but I'm going to be paying the price soon if I can't get it sorted. It's perilously close to becoming an issue for us. I need this newcomer wave, and this newcomer wave needs to be 2 beavers, and 1 lizard, and 2 humans. I'm just going to call my shot. Prioritize this. 2 beavers, 1 lizard, 1 human. You can be coal. Limit 10. It's more than you'll ever need. Also, I don't think you really... Well, maybe you should be there full time. Dude, I would take 5 harpies. Are you kidding me? Harpies go into here immediately. 1 harpy goes into here immediately. And then the last 2, like, maybe go into here? Take harpies in a heartbeat. Any day, though. 10 of 16, 5 of 8. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8. Need 8 more comfort decorations. Well, I can do, like... Let's see, do I want to get under 3? I kind of do. There. It's probably not strictly necessary. Here's 3. Here... Oh, we can use the T-joint here! Yo! It's gonna look so good! 6. Oh, that's it. That's all we needed. Yeah, okay, this is fine. It just needs to upgrade. I don't know that it's dominant. Yeah, it's good at lower levels, but in higher levels... What did I say I wanted? 2 lizards, 2 humans, a beaver? Like, this is close enough to take, probably. Because it gives us 2 beavers, which we wanted for the rain collector. Yeah, in higher levels it doesn't work so well because Resolve is a lot harder to manage in higher prestige levels. Whatever, it was close enough. I'll take it. Anyway, let's... That didn't give us a stack of protected trade? Or was it just that high? Like, that it wasn't knock it down anyway? I'm not taking any of these. I would like to have a more efficient fighter, despite the fact that coal production is, like, locked down. I think Bob is up to Viceroy at this point. Bob, are you playing Viceroy? Like, if you're not, you should be. You're plenty good enough to do it at this point. Anytime you win a game, you should bump the difficulty up 1. In my mind. I'm not going to tell you how to play the game, but, like, if it was me, that's what I would do. Time to salvage this yet? Maybe. It does give us 30 wine that we could use in the market. That's kind of an intriguing prospect. Okay, if you play it for relaxing, that's fine. I do think eventually you'll get to a point where you'll want to play on, like, Prestige 1 for relaxing, because that's where I got to eventually, but... At your own pace. Oh, I see, so Zorg's secret ingredient is the new Sahilda's secret cookbook. But I can't make pickled goods yet. So I would love to take that. I'd also love to take meat specialization, but I think this is going to be the first reroll. Like, cannibalism is not going to happen at this point. Meat specialization... Well, we'd need to see ranch to really make that take off. Tanning racks is not going to happen. Zorg's secret ingredient. We'd need a lot of infrastructure for. I don't really want to take it right now. Although, like, it would be good. These are so strong. This and Sahilda's Secret Cookbook. That it is kind of like, if I took Zorg's Secret Ingredient, and we're already making free barrels, and you can pickle mushrooms, okay, maybe I've talked myself into it instead of rerolling. If I did reroll, what would I be hoping to see? Second stack of Protected Trade would be nice. The perk that turns 60 amber into 1 reputation would be nice. But I don't think I need a ton. So I'm gonna take it even though I don't have any of the infrastructure for it right now. Because of how strong it is once it starts working. And now we need to see a granary, and the granary is going to go right here. Or we need to see a cellar, and the cellar is going to go right here. So Hilda, what do you have for me? You have an upgraded trapper's camp. You have furniture. You always take furniture. We don't produce vegetables, so I don't really care about that. I'll take half a reputation. I'll also probably take archaeological tools just because it's there. And then I'll also take trapper's camp just because it's there. Let's thin the deck. And I don't think there's anything I'm going to trade you. These gears are too precious. I could give you like 10 packs of provisions, I guess. It's only 4 amber. It doesn't really matter. Just go. Take your things and go. I'd rather use the provisions on trade routes. That seems too greedy. This does not seem too greedy, though. That's 20 amber for stuff that we can make. I could have traded 60 shrooms, yeah, but I didn't. I need you to make more packs of provisions. Are you on that? You are on that. So we should have one, yeah, we have 1 stack of spices now. We have 2 stacks of fungal guide. So we're making 12 shrooms per 4 spark dew and 10 herbs. Still can't keep up on the rain collector, though. Tell you what, what's our corruption at? 78? Don't burn blight rot cysts here. Let's really max the productivity out. And then can I favor anyone? Yeah, I can favor lizards to get them a bit higher. I could also open a glade. Kinda gotta start chasing some glade events here, I think. For a little bit of extra reputation. Because I can see the impatience creeping up. Let's prevent that from being too much of a problem. You guys are almost done down there, and then that's going to give me 2 free beavers. Yeah, that's fair. I was going to up it when I got a more efficient recipe, because we're not actually stockpiling herbs, but we're not stockpiling herbs because we're running out of rainwater, not because we're using it too fast. So, we'll do that. Tools, still nothing. Can't help you. Brickyard. I want to leave you in here for the crystallized dew. Well, you know what? Do this. We're a little light on herbs right now. Use resin for it. Because I did just trade away 30 of them. I mean, isn't the meta to hate on lizards because of how high their reputation thresholds jump? I don't spend a lot of time on the subreddit because I don't want to spoil myself too badly until I've, like, finished the game to a point where I think I've done well, but from the little bit that I have acquired through the Reddit and Discord, people really seem to not like lizards because their reputation jumps are like 5 per level or 6 per level or something insane. Okay, 3-star tool shop looking great. Would I bother re-rolling? No. Like, I think tool shop is better than anything I could re-roll into. Even though we're never going to use barrels or water skins. Yeah, just take it so you have it. Make the safe and boring play. And then, I don't know, stick it back here. It's a long ways from the main warehouse, I recognize, but let's keep some symmetry going. Prestige 1 tonight, Bob. Prestige 1 until we're done with the Smoldering City, probably. And then we'll start doing the Prestige climb. I was playing on Viceroy, but I was finding that I won Viceroy games too quickly, so I started playing on Prestige 1 just for the little bit of extra reputation that you had to earn. You are done. Praise the Lord. What am I going to do with 2 spare humans? High level of corruption? That's fine. We'll have that under control this season. We are going to be burning... Where do we burn cysts? We can burn cysts here as well. So yes, no, absolutely not. Don't even think about it. Yes. This is all fine. We'll be fine. I still digging it? Yeah, absolutely, man. I still love this game. Love it, love it. The reason I didn't stream over the holidays was because my parents were up for Christmas, so... Like, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 were all kind of a write-off for me in terms of being able to do things with my time. I was busy entertaining guests. But now that they're gone, oh yeah, we're going back to daily streams of Against the Storm. For sure, dude. For sure, for sure. I'm gonna need people to work in here, you know. I'm gonna need beavers to work in here, you know. Where do I find a beaver? In the brickyard? In the crude workstation? That's about it. You're not even doing anything. Yeah, hey, that's true. I could see it being better on Marshland. And it would be a nice little efficiency boost to have a greenhouse here just for the sake of it, but... It's really annoying to plan around. Stonecutter's camp is done. What incredible news. Oh, never mind, we found more. Just kidding, you still have a job. Get down there and mine some more sea marrow so I can turn it into money. No. Yes, absolutely. You know what? I'm never going to use this copper ore for anything else. Just trade it away. Yes, the dailies do. They're actually a very good source of machinery and artifacts. I don't think they give bonus food, which usually ends up being your main time gate, but they do give guaranteed machinery and artifacts. Okay, you are starting in on tools, my guy. Get to work. And don't burn cysts there. And is this upgraded? No, I need 6 more comfort decorations. These should be priority, because that's going to give us another bit of corruption resistance, and then we won't have to worry about burning Lyrots so much. So give me all of these up to like 2. Worry about roads after you're done with that. And then all of these, just get ready to start opening them. Although I'd love to find another gear, because now we've got like every Trapper's Camp node. We should have just waited and deleted this thing, because it's still useless. Though you're almost done with mushrooms. You're getting 4 per harvest? That seems pretty good. Yeah, we're up to 3 on that now. We're up to 2 on that now. Okay. Economy is finally kicking in. It took us a little bit, but we're kind of doing it now. And bakery is really keeping up. Next things we need to look for now that we're done with tools. We need luxuries. We can make wine out of either pottery or barrels and mushrooms. A cellar would actually go super hard. Because cellar gets us Zorg's secret ingredient, and it gets us wine. So I'd love to see a cellar, next blueprint opportunity we get. Granary would also be pretty good, just to make Zorg click. That would produce pickled goods for beavers and lizards, and then it would produce skewers for lizards again. Or really just like any second tier production building. Like a manufactory would be nice. An alchemist would be nice. If I could find a way to like a scribe would be nice to make like scrolls, so that I could start looking towards service buildings with like my last 3 picks. That would also be pretty good. We got a lot of stuff we wouldn't mind picking up. Don't want any of that right now. You're done in 30 seconds. That's perfect timing for storm. I can give you a road. You can have that. That should be another stack of protected trade. Hostility is like totally fine now. I'm really not that worried about fuel efficiency being lower because of how much coal we're able to produce. I should maybe have like a second lizard in here, but really I think you're doing fine. And we got a stack of the efficiency perk, wherever it is. Let's see what we got. All of these look bad. Smelter doesn't really do anything for us. Stamping mill doesn't really do anything for us. Smokehouse doesn't really do anything for us. Explorer's Lodge... We've only repaired 2 buildings, so Chronicles is not even that good, and I really don't like spending 3 people on it. It does let us do brawling for lizards, and it does let us do education for beavers. And we do have a way to make... I think we have a way to make training weapons. No, we don't. We have a way to make scrolls currently. That's going to be a reroll. Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, although it would be hilarious. Kind of. Manufactory is like okay. It's not good, but it's okay. It gives us 1 service building unlock. It also gives us pigment, which we could use to make scrolls, and I'm pretty sure you can use coal for pigment. Am I correct? Yes. So this would allow us to make 1-star scrolls. It would also make our packs of provisions a little bit more efficient, but it is pretty meh. So this is, do we gamble on getting something that's good, or do we just take the average building? And I think, given that we're producing tools right now and we have at least 3 reputation points in caches, I'm willing to take the manufactory here because I can get these 2 building unlocks very quickly once tools production turns on. So I'm going to make the safe pick instead of the YOLO pick. I know that might be disappointing, but I don't really have a principled reason to not take manufactory. It's fine. It's not exciting, but it's fine. Now, who makes scrolls? Where did I see that? Lumbermill does. Okay. Noted. It's bad. Like, it's real bad. But you do technically make scrolls. And then what's the services building that lets us use them? Forum? Yeah, it's forum. You're not at 14 yet, are you? No, you're at 8. I think what I'm looking at doing is I'm looking at putting like a second hearth over here, because that's going to be a little extra resolve. I can build the forum behind it, and then I can start doing education for beavers, and that might take us to 30. But they're a long ways away because we're not doing anything else for them. I don't know. I still think that was a fine pick, but it definitely doesn't excite me. I also, like... I mean, sure... I'd really rather you just go work in, like, a production building. But... I guess I'm not gonna say no. Also, if you could hurry up and burn that cyst. I think it's kind of important that you burn that cyst. It's really important that you burn a cyst. We might have people die. Yeah, we're gonna have people die. RIP. Alright, we gotta get corruption under control then. What are we doing for that? It's not that important that we double in kiln. So I'm going to allow burning blight rot cysts there. We're also definitely going to take some replacement people for that. This looks like a pretty balanced migrant wave. We lost a builder, firekeeper, and blight fighter. Okay, so human in there. Lizard in here. This kind of looks like prayer book. Or a reroll, finally. Trade logs is good, but I don't think it's going to be good enough right now. I also kind of want to find a cornerstone that lets us win the game. And none of these let us win the game. So despite prayer book being, like, pretty good, I'm going to reroll it. Because I'd much rather find, like... not quite export specialization. Also not quite burnt to a crisp. Hey, we haven't opened a cache yet. We could just take silent looting. It's a lot of minus hostility. It's minus 45 just out of the stuff that's on map. But it doesn't win us the game. Which is why I rerolled the first one away. I'm doing it again. You can't stop me. These are horrible. I wish I hadn't. Alright, fine. Give me my last reroll, Church. These are all also pretty bad. I think I like silent looting more than bed and breakfast. And hidden reward's fine, but I think we're fine on amber. Just give me silent looting. I should probably have taken prayer book over any of those. Let this be a lesson to people who reroll greedily. A lesson being don't. Don't do it. It never works out in your favor. I could get humans a little happier if I give them like another house. Could also get no, lizards are fine. Beavers are not fine. But I don't have any more space for designated beaver houses. Actually, I could fit like 2 more back there. But then I'd have to cut that forest down. Where are my lumberjack camps? Over here, working on space for the manufactory. Get over here. Come over here. Clear that spot out. We're gonna put one more beaver house over there. And then you, can you open yet? No, you're at 0. God, I need you to hurry up. And what's your limitation? Still Spark Dew? We might be using too much Spark Dew in these greenhouses. I think we're good enough on food that I can go to 2 here. That seems like overkill now. So now what do I do with 5 idle humans? Well, let's see. You can go in there. We can finally salvage this. And then I've got spare beavers that I can put in a lumber camp to make sure that wood is topped off. Zorg, show me something good. Show me something that I want. Oh, that seems... Thank you. I will be taking that. That's free jerky for life. I will be taking that. I'll probably also be taking this. And then, would you like to buy just a load of sea marrow? Like 100, maybe? And then what else do you want? 20 packs of provisions? No, still not satisfied, huh? Alright, fine, more sea marrow. I know what I'm worth. There we go. Show me trade routes for this season. Yeah, I think I can afford to trade 5 mushrooms. I think I can do that. I think I can afford to trade 40 coal as well. In that case, I'd like a second lizard in here. And then I would like to cut 1 person from sea marrow deposit. Yeah, you get out of there. There's only 14 charges left anyway. I don't have enough Spark Dew to make that go. So that's a bit of a problem. I can get a manufactory up, though. I don't even know what you're gonna do. Training gear and pigment, I guess. Oh, and packs of provisions. Then I can get rid of you. You're gonna use stone, sure. You're gonna use boards, sure. You're gonna go to 50. Pigment. You're gonna do out of insects, because we're about to have 1,000,000 insects. Okay, done, done. Yeah, but what's in here? Pretty good one. This works how I think, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. We have gained 14 insects already. So every time we get more mushrooms, we're also going to be getting more insects. What great news. And yeah, so that's going to make pigment free. You're going to go to 50. Packs for provisions, you're going to go to 50 because we're fine on herbs now. You are going to stop working here. We are going to bulldoze you at the end of the season. Because we need to burn the Blightrot cyst on you. Hostility's up to 121. That seems bad. But you can haul now. And I need to build this other hearth. So this road is going to go. I should really just fill this place with beavers. Here, you get in here as well. We gotta really crank on tools. I'm tempted to say 356 mushrooms is enough. So stop making mushrooms. And then I'm gonna kick 2 more people out. Well, no, 1 person needs to keep making mushrooms. That's insane. That's a route to starvation. And then you guys can come in here and open this. We can get all these caches going. We'll build a hearth. We should really staff you up with a bunch of people as well. Yeah, I know, I caught myself. Like, I don't love doing it, but we're at 3 stacks of it already. And I really want to prioritize tools for a little bit. That's Harpy specialization in there. And I need more people again. Am I really going to take more people again? Wine? No. Do? No. Yes. We will trade that. We could also afford to trade this. 321? We will just barely have enough time to do this trade rate as well. Okay, that's great news. These guys have also caught up on pie. It's just biscuits that they're making now. Let's see, how are we on wood? We have 300 wood. So this is kind of okay, but I'm still a little scared. You come through here, you come there. This is Beaver House. You're gonna come up through here. I don't know, man. Figure the rest of those trees out. Would I take Zorg Secret? Yeah, I would take it as my very first cornerstone, and I'd be extremely excited about it. And also, the fact that you could see Zorg Secret Ingredient as your first cornerstone is a major argument for why you don't want to take any of your blueprint selections until after you've taken your cornerstone selections. Because that's the kind of cornerstone that you might get that makes you rethink every single blueprint pick that you make. That and Sahilda's Secret Recipe are probably 2 of the strongest cornerstones in the game. I'm struggling to think of other cornerstones that are as good as those are. I think they're about as good as it comes. They shape the entire structure of your economy when you see them. We could favor beavers here. They're a little annoying to make compared to, like, you know, biscuits and other stuff like that, but it's an insanely strong perk. Or cornerstone, whatever you want to call it. Okay. We need to get this small hearth up. And then let's see, who's still short on housing? Humans are still short on housing. So, give me a human house. And how many people do you have living by you? 30. We're going to be moving a lot of people. Not yet, actually. We should finish the hearth first. Why do I have 5 idle humans? Are you caught up on due yet? A little bit. Okay, I can afford to send one person back to work. I need a hearth tender. 2, 4. You never really fit in, so give me 6. You're gonna be 8. I'm a little scared about corruption this season, but I think we'll be alright. Just cut this tree down. Come to here, cut this tree down. We need a park for comfort. Beaver's at 35? You don't even need a favorite anymore. You're happy just the way you are. And then build me a second beaver house. Trade route completed. This is the one we wanted to do pies for. We don't have 10! You're... Oh, there's no one even working here. That would be why. There. Get someone in there. Get 2 people in here. There's a lot for you to make. Again, I'm okay with soaking piercing winds here. How are you guys doing on tools? You have 6? Oh, you're hauling 10. We're about to have 16. Okay. So then we open this one. Right? Yes, 16. Get in there. And then we just need to finish this last house, so cut a beaver. Priority 2. You know, I could have done this a long time ago. Give me the trapper's camp. We've already gotten 63 insects from insect traps. That's pretty good. It seems like the kind of thing that's pretty good. Although I think we're going to lose villagers here. Oh, you know why? Because I need more people working in here, is why. I think I've let that go too long again. Get to work. You are jobless. I have let it go too long again. I'm going to lose 3 more people. That's not... Oh, wait. Hang on. Did that give us enough of a boost? Maybe. Maybe. I need you to burn your hearts out. $109. I hear one more getting burned. 105. Nah, we're going to lose 3 more people. I need to pay more attention to corruption. Because it is killing us right now. Literally. Human. Beaver rain collector worker died. Replace him. Human manufactory worker died. You're probably not going to have a replacement in there. Show me... Friendly relations isn't quite what I'm looking for. But, like, it is global resolve and we're doing it already, so... Sure. Now then. Fabric? No. Ingots? No. Dyes? No, not yet. Gears? No. Not doing any of those this season. No. Well, maybe. I might be changing my mind in real time. Hang on. Prioritize this. This, you don't really have like a reason for existing anymore. This, 6 tools, not quite enough. 20 seconds on that. I actually do think I'd like 2 more lizards. And 2 more humans. Yeah, I'll take this one. Okay, you guys get in there. You guys come in here. What can I do with spare humans? You are idle. You're out of metal. You are out of stone. So, I actually kind of need to build a clay pit. Wherever clay pit went. Here it is. Oh, here's granary. Never mind. We'll just take that. This is what everyone does now. Pack of crops, can use mushrooms, perfect. Make me like 100 of these, we'll be selling a lot of them. But make me pickled goods at priority 1, because they're far more important. And use barrels or pottery for that, go to like 100. And then, yeah, make fabric too out of like anything you can find, go to like 30. And then we can destroy you. We can destroy you. You need more people living around you. I think that's something that we can make happen. Also, let's go crack this Forbidden Glade. Actually, we'll probably do that next season. Doesn't look like they're quite going to get far enough. I can bring you over here to help with this, though. Now what are we looking for? I think we're really only looking for services buildings. Do you let us make anything that we use in service buildings? No. Wouldn't mind picking up a brewery for 3-star ale out of roots. Don't know where they're coming from, but, you know, it could happen. I also really like the green brew. And if we find a building that can produce incense, incense uses herbs, and we should be able to make a ton of it. But then Tavern lets us do brawling right now. Interesting. I mean, if Tavern lets us do brawling right now, and we can already make the training weapons, then let's do it. Also, let's actually get around to building the forum that we were going to build in the first place. Also, let's keep our trade routes moving. Maybe not yet. This is pretty free, though. These are going to be very free shortly. We just need to produce a bit. Also, we have 200 amber. Show me the next slot for each of these. Doesn't really help us a ton. We have run out of planks, so why don't you give me one more beaver working in here, and you can come out of here. How are we on corruption this season? 80%. Okay, we're good. Firekeeper got mostly caught up. Lizards need 2 more houses. Well, I have the perfect spot for that, quite honestly. Pussy to jerky production is great. I'm going to buy all of it just to thin the deck out a bit. We'll go to 98. And then, can we sell you anything else? Yeah, like, oh my god, they're 0.2? Are you kidding me? Those are actually stupid expensive. What the heck? Okay, we actually can't afford to do that. Do me 250. Oh, and then roots as well, maybe? I don't know where the roots came from, but, like, I'll do them. Just keep that protected trade going. Protect every trade. So Herb Garden, we're never really gonna build. It would be fun. Okay, actually it'd be really fun now that I look at spices and how many stacks we have. Where's my nearest fertile soil? Like way over there. Honestly, it's so strong I could build it here and I'd probably be fine. But let's see what we got in this Forbidden Glade first. And then services buildings. Could stick a tavern like here. There's going to be a forum that goes back here as well. Roots deposit. I destroyed it. Well, let's get you on it again, because we produce a lot of roots right now. You, I want to make clay to a limit of like 50 and reeds to a limit of like 50. I don't want you to go insane on production. I just want you to give us a small, repeatable source of clay so that we can make stuff with it. And that is good enough for me. Don't really want to do fabric. I'll do pie, though. How are you still not caught up on packs? Because I only have one person working there, probably. Well, whatever. When you're caught up on training weapons and pigment, then you'll go nuts on packs for provisions. I'm gonna leave it for now. It's not that important. And then humans. Where did we put all of our spare humans? 3 of them working in a granary? I only need like 1 person working in there. Steal one of you. And then these are going to be lizard houses. The last lizard houses that we need. So clear all this out. Herbalist camp is done. Yeah, you are done. That's great news. Come back up here. Second one you can work in there. Second one you can work in here. What are you out of? You are out of stone and clay. That's fine. We have a clay pit up and running. I'd also now prefer that you use clay for bricks. And I'd also prefer that you use clay for crystallized dew. And I guess you could use crystallized dew since that production is about to turn back on. So you come down here. This is going to be our pair of lizard houses. Should have enough tools to open this glade now? No, we're 1 off. Just force a delivery. And now we're fine. I think our reputation is really going to start to snowball here. We just need to solve a couple glade events, we'll open a couple caches, and we're just going to wait for the game to end itself. But there's so much food that's being produced that everyone is going to be perfectly fine. We've already generated 124 insects out of insect traps. We're way caught up on herbs. Let me turn mushrooms back on really quick. Like, Spices is scaling out of its mind with the modifier. It's 20 herbs every harvest. How could you say no? And we're at 82 spark dew, so that's fine. We're set. Everybody's taking resolve. Things are great. We just need to avoid dying now. And the primary way that would happen... I don't know where that leather's coming from. I don't know where this fabric's coming from, but just trade it. Just get rid of it. 50... Oh yeah. We need provisions for that. We don't quite have enough. I could do 2 of those for a little bit of money. Let's keep, like, something moving here. You're 28. You're idle. I'll take 1 of you out of there. Investigate that. That's a full reputation point. You were at 10 of 14. We actually don't have enough people to populate this up to the next level. Alright, now what are we looking for? Cellar makes wine is probably the answer, because that's going to make beavers quite happy. And it should be very easy for us to make wine out of mushrooms and either pottery or barrels. And it's a second way to make pickled goods, and despite it only being 1 star, I think I'd probably just have them do it. So get that in there. Where were we making fabric? In here? Yes. What's your holdup? You're still getting on top of pickled goods. I got you. Don't worry about it. That's fine. What else needs doing? Not much. Let's cut a little square here where the foresters' camps can go in next drizzle, so we can cut our way into that forbidden glade. Next trader is 4 minutes 40. It's Dullahan. We'll be buying a ton of loot boxes from him. That's very exciting. I think everything's okay. Shouldn't have to touch a thing for hostility here or favoring. Lizards are very close to ticking resolve even in storm, which is always a sign that things are going well. You are, like, sort of done, but not really. We don't have an idle builder, but I think that's okay. Can't immediately tell you why, but I think that's okay. You're about to drop off clay. Love to see that. I almost want to put a second person in here, but we don't quite have the workforce. Storm trade routes. What you got for me? What's looking interesting? I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I don't know where these berries came from, but... Well, I don't have the packs of provisions for that anyway. Here, just do that. And then I could trade away 3 tools at this point. I know it's only 6 amber, but... It's all sustainable at this point. We can make as much of it as we want. And your holdup continues to be clay. You should be using herbs now as well. We only have 541 of them. You know what? Let's put some production limits in here. Just to make sure that we can use Spark 2 for other stuff if we need to. Like, you know, here. So that we can have more people working in that. And I think I am going to take people. Next opportunity I get. How are basic looking? How's Cole looking? Cole's looking fine. Jerky's also looking fine. You could actually probably stand to have a third person in here. You're not quite keeping up on Jerky. And the issue is not the number of insects that you have. Can't do any of this. We're out. We're out of packs of provisions, because I need more people in here, and I need more people in here. You guys are finally making them, though, so that's good to see. Now, show me new villagers. Show me new villagers, and show me loot boxes. You guys are almost done, which means you can start making fabric and packs of crops. And at this point, we're really only looking for services buildings, and Guildhouse is an excellent one because we can access the guild's welfare. So I think we'd take Guildhouse just for the sake of getting the guild's welfare and ending this game a little earlier, even though there's skewers and jerky right here. If Guildhouse was there, I'd probably take Butcher and Staff it, but the passive effect on Guildhouse is going to be way too strong. So actually, instead of a tavern being there, it's going to be a Guildhouse. And we're just going to take a ton of beavers, and we're going to ram these woodcutters' huts full of them. And then with anyone who's left over, we're going to go to the clay pit. Here, let's do something like that, and that should be fine. Why are you unhappy? Oh, because we're at hostility 4, probably. Alright, well, let's start getting protected trade going again, then. I don't know, I'm just taking anything I see. There's no counting to be done here. Go here. You're so close. You could also be making pottery as well now, probably. Once we get a little more caught up on clay. And Reed should be caught up in no time. Because the only thing we're using that for is fabric. You guys can come all the way out here, and you can come out here. And you can cut this. High level of corruption. I don't believe you. Okay, I do believe you. What are we burning next season? 3? Should be okay. What could we afford to burn? Manufactory's not that important. You can burn the cyst on the manufactory. Tool shop is also not really that important. You can burn the cyst there. We miss out on doubling simple tools, but we'll live. That should be fine. That should be all we really need to touch for next season. Dullahan is here. Time to gamble. Let's go. +2 to eggs production, 10% faster move speed, bunch of random junk. Salvaging tools. It's fine. Sea marrow production, a little late. +3 to coats production, doesn't matter. +2 to coats production, still doesn't matter. +1 to fabric production, it's fine, I guess. And now I would like to give you things. We could probably trade away a bit of flour. Let's trade away mushrooms first. How about like 200 mushrooms? And then how about like 60 biscuits so that we don't hit cap and we have an excuse to make more biscuits, and then we already have 172 skewers. Yeah, that seems like pretty good. Sure, it's fine. If I really wanted to stack protected trade, I could buy more of his stuff with my spare skewers, and then I could sell him more of my skewers, but I'm just going to leave it at that, and it'll be good enough. I think this game is pretty much locked up at this point. Collect these two. That shouldn't be a problem. The rest of those are kind of problems, though, so let's just leave it at that. I can favor lizards to get them to tick. What you got for me? Cooked and raw food in the warehouse is disappearing. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. Whatever will we do? Sure hope we don't starve, or whatever. Send that to the Citadel. And just like don't fall trees. Don't tempt fate. You can open these caches though. Here, you can get in there. This is probably going to be a salvage. That's a 0. We really out of planks? Wow, we're really out of planks. Where did those all go? Oh, we used them all on the Gale House probably. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Where can I find a spare person then? So that I have a free builder. You, like, really don't need to be there. They're gonna be fine without you, don't worry. And then you, wish you were food. If you were food, I'd probably open you. You're not food, so you're not getting opened. This all looks fine, it's just that you're on break, so we are still producing bars. Scouts are idle in Herb Garden. You won't be for long. You just need to wait for 2 planks to show up, and then you'll be fine. You just need to wait for 4 fabric to show up, and then you'll be fine. You're going to start working on it any day now if you're working on packs of crops. We're into clearance now. Let's take a look at trade routes. Yeah, absolutely. 50 skewers for 30 amber. That's an insane trade. And only 3.5 minutes? Absolutely we take that. We also take this 12 minutes. We're not going to see that trade route end of this game. I guarantee it right now. But it's still funny to do. So we'll let that one rip as soon as we have the opportunity to. What else? I don't know, man. Like, you could probably go down to 1 since Crystallized Dew is kind of struggling, and then you could go to 2. And that's probably fine. Yeah, look, I'm not really in the business of suggesting balance changes for single-player games, because I think the player should be like allowed to select the things that they find fun, but if I were going to nerf something in the game, I would probably nerf these. I would make it so that instead of giving... It would either be like gain 5 skewers for every 10 pickled goods produced, or it would be like gain 10 meat for every pickled goods produced. It would be like a raw good, and then you'd have to refine it. And it would be a raw good that you can't use in the pickled good, so you can't set up like an infinite feedback loop. But I don't know. I think people should be able to just, like, play with things that are broken if they think that's fun. I'm kind of weird like that. Research 43 resolve. Yeah, they're kind of happy. I think +1 per X product made is fine, honestly. Like, spices is a little strong. Maybe that needs to be 150 instead of 75, but I actually think that things like Fungal Guide and Grain Sacks are balanced really well. Because you have to take them early in order to really get them to do something for your economy. Like, if you see this in year 5, you're like, it's not that good. It's going to be like year 6, year 7 before it even turns on. And then all it's going to do is double my mushroom production. Like, that's not amazing when you already have an economy established. Spice is pretty damn strong, though. So I'll give you that one. Yeah, you're going to be 3 people in here. Let's see what this does for resolve. Okay, a lot. That's a solid +8. I think that's going to be the game right there, pretty much. Yeah, give me an upgraded foragers camp. None of the choices we make matter anymore. Honestly, like, look, I haven't played games at Prestige 20. I don't really know how Prestige 20 works. I can't tell you what the Prestige 20 modifiers are. This feels like a seed that has been so strong that we probably could have won a Prestige 20 game if we were playing on it. Like, the cornerstones we've gotten have been insane. The blueprint choices we've gotten have been pretty good, but hey, this has been a very, very easy game. And we finally managed to do orderless, so I don't really have to worry about that anymore either. Yeah, I mean, but that's part of it. Like, if you set the synergies up, like, fair play. The fact that we bought insect traps after we already had Fungal Guide, that's just one of those things where you're like, man, you're not going to believe this run that I had before. I got this crazy synergy, but, like, Zorg's secret ingredient and Sahilda's secret recipe are not synergies. They're just good. All you have to take to make them work is themselves. And then they just go insane. And again, like, I'm not saying nerf it. I'm just saying they feel pretty overtuned. They feel quite strong. Also, these guys casually just picking 10 roots off the ground for every root deposit that they have. And there's like this over here, like, this map could go on forever. Let's collect all these to knock our hostility down a little bit more. I don't know, just send all of them. Oh, we can't do that, huh? Okay, well, how about 54? How about... Yeah, we should be able to do that pretty easily. That's 65 amber in 7.5 minutes. That's, like, 2.5 stacks of protected trade by itself. Protected trade, meanwhile, minus 330 hostility this map. And, silent looting... I just saw it. Where'd you go, silent looting? Did I take silent looting? Am I losing my mind? I thought I took silent looting. Like, oh, here it is. I found it. Minus 60. Okay, that's not that great. Yeah, that's fair. That's... I don't know. Again, I shouldn't judge P20 before I get to P20, but part of me worries that P20 might wind up being too RNG. One of the things that I like about playing Prestige 1 right now is every single run still feels winnable, even if you have, like, atrocious luck and atrocious glades. There's still, like, usually things that you can do to pull it out. Maybe the P20 is that way, and I just need to find that next level of, like, playing well, but part of me worries that P20 is going to be so difficult that there's just going to be some runs that are not winnable, and that seems less fun to me than knowing that a solution exists inside of every map and inside of every modifier. But, you know, again, we'll see. We'll get to P20 eventually. We'll beat P20. And then we can make judgments about whether P20 is more fun than P1 or not, and how the game needs to be rebalanced and all this kind of stuff. We're not going to cast judgments before we've actually seen it. We're just going to wildly hypothesize, because that's what you do on the internet, especially on Twitch. You just make judgments about things before you have any experience with them. And then later when people clip it and show it to you again, you're like, ah, that wasn't me. You're taking that out of context. Also, I'm being bullied. Also, I'm being cancelled. A few that weren't winnable? Yeah. Yeah, that's the experience that some other people have described. We'll get to check it out. We'll be there before too long. We probably have, like, I don't know, another week and a half of daily games to grind up food to finish all the hub upgrades. And then we'll start the prestige grind. So we'll see how it looks at that point. And I know, who is it? I know that Ron Empire is doing it. I know there's at least one or two other people who are doing it whose name escapes me right now. Who are doing daily Prestige 20, like the daily challenge Prestige 20. So if they're able to find solutions for that, then it's probably fine. But I don't even know what I'm doing here, man. Just take my resolve and get me out of here. Okay. It's all stuff we'll find out about in due time. We'll definitely be doing the grind. I'm clicking on stuff waiting for reputation to tick. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Lizards don't even give me reputation anymore. I can kind of see what people are talking about. Like, if I was gonna do the, if I was gonna do that deed that's like, get all 14 reputation points or get all 18 reputation points from resolve, I think I could see an argument for not taking lizards if you have to get them to 50 to get anything more than 5. But anyway, there you go. What is this? Oh! Okay, sure. We weren't going for that, but we'll take it. I can see how that would have happened this game. And then we've also got Independent Viceroy. Win without any orders on Prestige 1 or higher. We're Prestige 1, which counts as Prestige 1 or higher. Oh, that's like an achievement. There we go. Alright, Smoldering City. Take me to Deeds. That unlocks Workers' Rations. All workers have a plus 10 higher chance of doubling their production, but they also have a 25 higher chance of consuming twice as much food. There's games where you definitely take that. Where your food is just like runaway production and you can afford it. I can see that being very, very strong. And then Independent Viceroy is just XP, but we're max, so... What's our upgrade for this one? Don't really care. Don't really care. Kinda care. Walking speed's nice, and we can't afford that. Give me walking speed. Walking speed's underrated. And then before we end this cycle, let's see what everyone else found. Nothing, nothing, nothing. No special chests. End my cycle. So we're going to take a look at where our next town is going to go. It's not going to happen tonight because it's already 2:30, and I would very much like to go to bed. But daily streams will resume tomorrow now that the holiday season's over. And it's probably going to be earlier so that I can hang out with Amanda and, you know, like do New Year's Eve stuff. Ruined Settlement, I'm pretty sure we've done. Monastery of the Holy Flame, I know that we've done. So we're going to be looking at a Scarlet Orchard game to get to that question mark. Could do a Marshlands game to get to that question mark. We could do a Coral Forest game to head out over here. We could do a Royal Woodlands game. I'm kind of tired of playing Royal Woodlands. I think that was our last 2 games. I wouldn't mind playing another Marshlands game, honestly. So I think next time is either going to be this spot or this spot, and we're going to go for these 3 question marks and see what they are. But I will catch you guys around for that tomorrow, because that's when that's going to happen. We'll leave off on the deed screen, so you can see what game number this is, how much time we've been playing, what the win ratio is, and I will catch you around for some more of these tomorrow. We'll be looking at maybe like 11, noon, 1 p.m. Eastern, something like that, doing our daily game of Against the Storm, and then I would really like to get an hour or 2 of potion craft in as well tomorrow. So we'll see if we can't make that happen. But until then, hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you around later. Have a good one.